The Piazza of St. Peter's is considered by many to be the crowning masterpiece of sculptor Giovanni Lorenzo Bernini. Bernini's works dominate the Baroque period in Italy, and he is considered to be a favorite artist of the papacy at the time. Thus, when the Piazza of St. Peter's was originally commissioned by Pope Alexander VII in 1656, Bernini was a prime candidate to draft the initial design. The piazza was to provide a grand entrance for St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican City, Rome. The overall shape of the piazza was an ongoing debate, with the plan proceeding from trapezoidal to square to circular, and then finally its present elliptical form. The elliptical form of today's piazza is actually the result of two circles overlapping in a fashion that gives the illusion of an ellipse in the negative space. This is the powerful tool used by Bernini in his design, the carving of negative space in the urban fabric of the Vatican City, or in the larger context of Rome. The resulting piazza consists of two major parts. First, the Piazza Retta, which is the trapezoidal piazza directly in front of the basilica, and second, the more famous Piazza Obliqua. The decision to use an ellipse has many purposes in the Piazza Obliqua, including functional, religious, and historical connotations. The ellipse as a shape is functional, as it allows for large crowds to fit into the piazza, all with a view of St. Peter's Basilica, and the balcony from which the papacy delivers sermons. Religiously, it symbolizes the piazza as being the center of the Christian world, marked by the obelisk, which was later installed but initially conceived by Bernini himself. Historically, Bernini seems to have used the Colosseum and the Roman Capitol Hill as precedents for his work, implying that the Piazza of St. Peter's was the next grand monument in Rome's history. Originally, the Piazza Obliqua was thought to be a standalone entity by Alexander VII, but later it was further developed to connect to the basilica and palace. This explains why the ellipse is separated from the Church of St. Peter's almost as if a separate structure, and it's experienced this way as well. The means of connection of these elements is through the surrounding two sets of double colonnades. The space in between the colonnades is large enough for a person to pass through, but the space between the double colonnades was grand enough for a carriage. These massive proportions further add to the grandness of St. Peter's Basilica, as well as the pinching in of the colonnades right when the Piazza Obliqua meets Piazza Retta provides the illusion of a higher St. Peter's Basilica. Overall, the Piazza St. Peter's is a precedent of monumental proportions, and serves as an example, even today, of how the integration of geometric shapes, processional elements, as well as scale can serve to provide a unique user experience.